1971 Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow 1, 6.75, automatic. Deep burgundy red with the Everflex white roof. Nice white walls all the way around as well, matched interior. Known this car actually since we've started. It's been now on every one of our Sunday clubs. Sits nice and level. Gets plenty of use as well, which is always good. Bodywork wise, we're going to start with the bonnet, work our way around onto the interior. Then we're going to fire it up. Lovely straight up the chrome work. All nice and level across the bonnet there. There is a few light surface scratches, swirl marks, just where it's been washed over here, as you can see that there. Nothing underneath the front window, sorry. Scuttle's clean and tidy. One or two little marks in the paint there. A few little chips on the top of the wing. Headlight, chrome, bumper, all that sort of bright work on the front in a really nice order all the way across. No big dings or dents. That's some minimal pitting in places on the bumper, but very sort of minor. Grill's lovely and straight. Headlights are all lovely and clear as well with the spots there. One or two little bits in the sort of little micro blistering on the wing there, coming up and around the aerial. A little bit of micro blistering there. No little mark on the paint, but no heavy corrosion underneath the front window. I keep saying rear front window. It's been a long day already, I apologise. Around the front wheel arch, little bleb down the corner. One or two tiny little specks just starting to come through on the wheel arch. Painted rings with the nice white walls, but nice and straight down there. Good polish in places, get rid of some of those swirl marks. Across the top of the door, that seems to be in all nice and straight. Around the handles, good. One or two very light chips out the back edge of the door. Across the lower half, no blebs coming through. Little scratch there, but no dings or dents or heavy corrosion. Around the lock and handles, lovely. Same again on the right hand side rear. Door tops are all clean and tidy as well. No corrosion there, nothing coming through on the bottom half of the door. The roof's all nice and tidy, no lift, which I can see, which is nice for one of these. In fact, it's still got never flex roof on. Normally they've sort of noticed a little bit of Marmite on people like them or not, but normally they're off by now and they've been painted, so still nice to see it with an Everflex roof. Back down onto the rear quarter and arch, another matched wheel there. As you come around the rear arch, one or two little bits there, but not bad at all there. Rest of the quarter's lovely and straight and tidy. A few chips on the back edge of the fuel filler cap. Sits lovely and level, this one. Really sits nicely. Underneath the rear window, no corrosion. Same again on the right hand side, all good across there. A little bit of paint flake around the seal, but that's all. Down the rear quarter into the rear lights, all nice and tidy. Back bumpers in lovely order as well all the way across. Rear lights are all nice and fresh around the reverse lights. All good there. Scratch on the back of the boot lid. Around the rear lock, a bit of paint flake but no corrosion again. Across the boot, just some swirl marks where it's been washed over the years. I have got a little mark in the paint there. A little bubble in the paint there on that rear left hand side of the boot. Around and down the left hand side rear arch and quarter, again all nice and tidy down here. One or two little speckles just on the arch there on the top. See that little bit there, but apart from that, all nice and level down the quarter. Onto the door again, nice and straight on the door, no big dings or dents. Little chip out the bottom corner, but apart from that, nice and straight across that passenger rear door. Nothing coming through on the door tops, nothing around the handles. Same again on the left hand side, no corrosion. Little paint flake around the lock, but no corrosion coming through on the door top either. All nice and level. One or two chips on the door here and there. And onto that front left hand side wing, nice and straight on the wing. All lovely and tidy around that left hand side. Front wing a little bit on the front valance on the bottom corner, but no heavy corrosion coming through on the arch itself. Again, nice and straight, nice colours. Onto the interior. It's going to want the wood redoing on the caps, on that driver's side. Door carders warrants a bit of a clean, but all level enough in there. Seat itself again wants a little bit of a clean, but it's nice and soft, it's not going to split. Steering wheel's good, dashboard's all nice and tidy across the right hand side, dials are all nice and clear, headlining's good as well. So pop the bonnet while we're here, and we go around onto the rear right hand side. Little paint flake there. Door card's good, paint flakes on a little bit of delamination, the wood. Footstools, and again it wants some gentle recolonising in there, just from wear to the seats. car cover, big LPG tank. I'm actually trying to find the filler. I didn't even know it was on LPG there. But a big LPG tank. Door card's good. Again, a bit of wear to the interior, but no rip splits or tears, just some creasing. Same again on the left hand side, bit of wear to the door. Carpet set's all okay, and a bit of wear to the seat. Grubby nose. I think it might have been sort of painted white at some point. Onto the engine bay now. Like most shadows, bit of flake to the strut tops, bit of wear to the insulation, which is fairly standard. Go on, James. Fire straight up. Like I say, it's been to most of our Sunday clubs in the last 4 years, so it does get a run out. Nice and happy on the tick over, no nasty noises from the engine there. And there we have it. The Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow 1, burgundy with the other flex roof.